Greg didn't ask me to make this video, but I wanted to for two reasons. One, because it's kind of cool in the middle of the process, but two, it actually shows how you set up text messaging for the first time. I literally just opened this campaign and started building it, and when you go leave your first text message, there's a whole tour which we can take, and it explains how everything works, and then it spits out a number. And now we can say, whatever we want. The one thing to be aware of is that there's an opt-in message. So the very first time you attempt to send a text from somebody, they have to opt in, just like with your email. But that's basically it. And of course, you can edit this. And of course, if they do attempt to reply, you can send them a customized message. But keep us awesome and easy to use. Woo! We've built Greg's SMS mechanism, and it's actually really funny. It's just 4 sequences that are just floating there, and then they all feed into a ground to make sure the mechanism can reset. There's basically 4 yes or no fields, custom fields, that people will be able to choose, do they want the texts or not. If he wants to be able to, from his phone, just quickly blast off a message, I gave him 4 links to bookmark that are to the saved searches, looking for people that have yes flagged on, if it's a OG or a YouTube or whatever. That's pretty much it. Time-wise, it was a pretty speedy project. Yeah, about 1 to 2 hours to get this thing built out and going. So really, really cool stuff.
Okay, so Paul returned back to me this initial build. It's really straightforward. 4 sequences, each with 1 text message item to, to announce whatever that topic is. Hey, there's a new YouTube video, there's a new blog post, I'm going live on Facebook, or I'm going live in the Monkey Pod membership. Then they all feed into here where we remove them. So that's the structure of this campaign. He created 4 saved searches for those 4 different audiences, which I was able to pretty easily add to my home screen on my phone so that I can access those saved searches and drop them into one of these corresponding sequences when I'm ready to deploy a message. So I was getting ready to do a test run of this to make sure that it works. And it occurred to me, I have been inadvertently collecting phone numbers as people purchase. All of my order forms have included a phone field that people could fill out, but I wasn't deliberately doing that. It was just there. So I don't have any information about what that phone number is. So my plan is going to be to maybe not use phone 1 or maybe not use phone 2, because there's a couple numbers in there and I'm not sure how they got there, but I'll probably use phone 3. So I came in here to update these sequences to make sure that the text message was going to the phone number that is in phone field 3. But what I learned is that this SMS, this text message notification, it doesn't look like it allows you to designate a specific phone field. It allows you to designate a phone type. So that's an important consideration here. So my understanding is that I can remove the ones I don't want. So work, home, and other, and keep it as just mobile. So I'm going to do that for each of these 4 options. And then I'll do a mass update for my contacts to make sure that phone 1 and phone 2 are not set to mobile, and that phone 3 is, so that I can sort of control which phone field this is broadcasting to. And then in the future, I'll take all of my existing phone numbers that are in phone field 1, and I'll copy them to phone field 3. And then I'll email those people and say, is this the right number? And I'll merge in phone field 3, but I'll give them a way to update it. So let's publish this, and then I will go do some of that organizational stuff in the CRM side of things. Okay, so let's do a search for everyone, and we will, there's an option to mass update contacts. So what I will do is phone 1 type. Phone 1 type, I will set to, other. And phone 2 type, I will set to other. And then phone 3 type, I will set to mobile. So that's step 1. And this will be the designation that controls which of these numbers we are sending the text message to. So that'll be not phone number 1, not phone number 2, but yes, phone number 3. And then I'm not planning to use 4 or 5, but I will set those to other as well, just so that we are clear that we're only text messaging the mobile number here, which will be what is in phone field 3. And then I actually have a plan for how to move that data over. So go back to our contacts, and we'll just do a brand new search here for anyone who has a value in phone 1. So this would be is filled. So we'll do an export here, and it'll be, I just really need their ID, and then I want the value of what is in phone field 1. And then the plan here is to re-import that and map it to phone field 3, just to move that number over. So I'll go ahead and export this. So I'm going to jump over to data cleanup. And now that we have that file, we can do modify existing records, which allows you to import but not create new contacts, to append your information or attach your information to existing contacts. So we'll select this, the file that we just exported, move on here, and this is the field mapping stage. So instead of mapping phone 1 to phone 1, we want to actually plug that into phone 3. The ID is the contact ID, so that's how we determine and it finds that contact record. And yeah, there's nothing really to check here because the data matching is pretty straightforward. But that'll give me a good starting point. So as I reach out to people and I invite them to opt in for text message notifications, they're not starting from scratch. If they had a phone number on file, they can choose to continue using that, or they can add a different one. Now that I've done this, let's run a quick test here. So I'm going to test with Ron Swanson. So we should see phone 1 and phone 2 set as other, which is correct. And then we should see phone 3 set as mobile, which is correct. And you can see this worked. The phone number I had on file was none of your business, which was successfully copied over into phone 3, none of your business. But I'm going to change that to my actual cell phone number, which will allow us to run a quick test here. So let's do save. And then we're actually going to test probably from my phone, because I want to go through the process of like what it would look like here. Okay, so I'm going to try to add a contact using the save searches, and I'll do my best to like put this screen capture somewhere here where you guys can see it. So I've got the list here. What I'm looking for here is actions. There we go. And I want to, start, stop a campaign sequence. And this campaign is called text message broadcast. And I don't think it matters which one I choose. So let's do going live Grove members, and we'll click process action. I do want it on my phone because I want to see the action ran, but I'm going to keep recording here because that text message should come through. And then in here, we should see, cool, we got one contact added. So presumably, this is the first time I've sent a text notification from my app. So I don't know how quickly it will or won't happen. But I think it's as simple as that. And this is for an individual, but the process and the steps I just did would be the same for a group of contacts. So I believe text messages happen immediately. Hey, there's one. Bingo, bango. The latest and greatest from MonkeyPod Marketing. You want in. Okay, so this is the initial confirmation message. Yes. Which only happens the first time to verify that number. But now that I've confirmed, you're all set to receive text updates. There you go. And there's the message. Hey, pod peeps, Greg from MonkeyPod here. We're going live in the Grove. And there's the link to the Grove. So that is, I'd consider that a successful maiden voyage. I'm smiling. I shouldn't be surprised, right? But it's just nice when things work. And there we have it. So this is exciting to me. This will be a new service that I can offer to my members, to my audience, to help them connect with the resources that I'm producing, which should be just a win for everyone.